I lost 180 pounds, and during maintenance, some of the weight came back. This series documents losing 20 pounds realistically without panic, punishment, or starting over. Hello. It's a good thing I do have this new phone holder because it's hot and I need my air conditioner on, and where the thing was before, you hear the blowing of the air conditioner, and it was kind of hard to hear me. So we had a different pastor today. He is the new young adults pastor. He works at our local university, or he's going to. And he actually is going to National Guard boot camp. I think next week. He wants to be a, not only a pastor for our church. He also wants to be a chaplain in the National Guard. So that's pretty cool. Today, the topic is, his name was Jeremy Engel. So if you go to the link in the description of my video, all my videos, oh my goodness, all my videos have a description. And I have like links to various things, and one of them is my church. So I will never get this as good as what the message is, but I just shared the things that were important to me. So talked about Philippians. Well, first off, the topic is about we are citizens of heaven. And it says, we're doing Philippians. And that was written while Paul was in prison. He sent it to the Philippi church. And he sent the Philippi church had sent him resources that he needed while he was in prison. And let's see. Starts with Philippians 1:27-28. Just one thing, as a citizen of heaven, live your life worthy of the gospel of Christ. Then, whether I come to see you or am absent, I will hear about you, that you are standing firm in one spirit, in one accord, contending together for the faith of the gospel, not being frightened in any way by your opponents. This is a sign of destruction for them. But, this is a sign of destruction for them, but of your salvation, and this is from God. This is a sign of destruction for them, but of your salvation, and this is from God. Sometimes my brain has, anyway, it don't matter. So he said, who we are is determined by whose we are. So we are a citizen of heaven. We are a wartime citizen. And then he went to Ephesians 6:12. For our struggle is not against the flesh and blood, but against the rulers, against the authorities, against the cosmic powers of this darkness, against evil spiritual forces in the heavens. It says, we are the... And then somehow I got off of my numbers. So I'm going to go ahead and, let's see, B. For our struggle is... Did I say that already? I think I did. For our struggle is not against flesh and blood, but against the rulers, against the authorities, against the cosmic powers of the darkness, against evil spiritual forces of heaven. And then he said, we are in peace. We are not in peacetime. We have one enemy, and that's Satan. And we need to wear the suit of armor. We're called to love others even when they're not perfect. And even when the relationship is not perfect. We need to pray for the others. And let's see. We need to pray for others' hearts. So then I'm going to throw this in here. We need to rejoice as a citizen. We need to rejoice as a citizen of heaven. A house divided does not stand. We need to know that we are. They will know we're Christians by our love. Then C is Philippians 4, verse 4-5. Rejoice in the Lord always. And again, I say rejoice. Rejoice in the Lord always. I will say it again. Rejoice. Let your graciousness be known to everyone. And the third way we're a citizen of heaven is we need to be others oriented. We need to be focused on others. We don't be anxious, and we need to always cast our anxiety on Jesus. We need to pray to God for the peace of God that surpasses all understanding, protects our heart and our mind. Peace is a person, and his name is Jesus. And Jesus is in total control. Then we need, like I said, others oriented. And then D, do nothing out of selfish ambition or conceit, but in humility consider others as more important than yourselves. So he said, selfishness is the foundation of dysfunction. Jesus loved first, and we love because he loved us. Paul's goal was unity with others and unity with Jesus. And then we are, as citizens of heaven, we are found in Christ. Righteousness is not earned. It is grace and a gift through Jesus. And E, Philippians 3 verse 8, more than that, I also consider everything to be a loss in view of the surpassing value of knowing Jesus Christ my Lord. Because of Jesus, I have suffered the loss of all things and consider them as dung. That's poopy. So that I may gain Christ. So, we have to lose our old self and lose the things of this world so that we can gain Jesus. Lately, I've been kind of thinking on that one. I've never really understood about dying to the world, and that's something in my brain. I am an ambassador of the gospel. For Ephesians 6 verse 20, for this I am an ambassador in chains. Pray that I may be bold enough to speak about it as I should. So in the end, the big takeaway, who you are is determined by whose you are. And so by grace through faith, we are saved. So that's the topic today. I'm not going to lie, y'all. I ain't feeling myself today. I don't know. I felt dizzy yesterday. Not like extreme dizzy, but almost like I'm off balance in my brain. Not physical. Everything's fine physically, but I feel off balance in my brain. I don't know. But anyway, so I'm going to go see Judy. I'll see if I stay hanging out with her for very long or if I hang out just for a little bit. So, all right, bye. I'm laying on Mama's couch till she gets home. Listen, I forgot to tell you, today was Sunday fun day at church, for kids' church. They had ice cream, and I didn't have any. I just happened to have some meat sticks, so I ate my meat sticks. I didn't even eat no ice cream. I'm so proud of myself. Good job, Terry. I got my pork steak, and I got my sides to go. It is green beans and okra. I sent home with my lady over there, and she got a taco salad. She put half of it in her to-go box. This is how she keeps her girlish figure. See that? And she cut it in half and stuck it right on in here. Hello, I'm home. It's a little after 3. And I had to run to Aldi's because I needed to pick up I wanted to take some cheese on my little pool trip. Well, I got a little sidetracked with some bread cheese. So I took there was like a whole bread cheese. I cut it in half, and then I cut the half into 4. I did. I done it. And then I fried it in my skillet, and then I microwaved it a little bit more to help it get more melty. So this is that. It's the bread cheese. Holy shnikes. Tastes like a garlic cheese stick. Man. It's that, was it halloumi cheese? And it was seasoned to be garlic. They had one that was bacon and one that was original. I'm like, give me the garlic. I've had that one before. So, anyway, yeah. Don't worry. We're still going to be eating supper. But, I wanted some cheese that's like individually wrapped, so that way I could take it on my trip with. So that way, you know, I can hand out meat and cheese to my teammates if they're. I gotta watch them fellas. You know, they don't always eat, and I gotta make sure they get them some protein in them. So that's my job. All right, I'll see you later on when we eat supper. I dropped my fork. That reminded me when I was at kids' church. This little boy from the 4-year-old class, all the little 4-year-olds come in. They start in our class and they end in our class, but during the middle of class, they go to their own class. And all the little kids come in with their little dum-dums. One little boy dropped his on the carpet. He picked that sucker up and put it right back in his mouth. I'm like, you go, boy. I'm feeling a bit better. What I feel like is, you know how you get on a ride at the fair or you just spin and spin and spin and spin and spin? Not the part where you still feel dizzy, okay? Like, I don't feel like the world is spinning. But after the world stops spinning and you're laying there and your head feels a little, just still a little woozy, just woozy in the brain. It's just like I kind of wonder if my crystals have mixed up. But anyway, it's like I look here, and it's like I look here, then my eyes catch up. I look here, and then my eyes catch up. So it's not, it's not, the world isn't spinning. I just feel woozy in my head like it's spinning. I don't know. But anyway, I'm going to eat this cheese. Want to see, hang on, I'm making a mess, but want to see where I'm going? So I'm right here, and that is where our playoffs are next week. So we go down right there. It's like, they call this the boot heel right there. So it is right at the top of the boot heel right there. So I'm going to Malden. So from Cape Girardeau to Malden. And just like that, in the time it took me to cut it up. We're having storms. It said thunderstorm warning. Ma'am, I think you need to come inside. It's raining. Come on, girl. She don't like the storm skies. Ma'am, Callie, let's go inside. Come on, sis. She will lay right here. Well, in a minute she will. But anyway, I turned off the lights. But watch out, Bax. I have to keep this. Come on. I have to keep this dog door open on this door. Hang on. Because she'll lay right on the inside of that door. But anyway, yep. So we're having one of my chuck roll steaks, half of it for supper. Listen, I promise that I've not given up my creamies. I had one last night, but tonight, since I just feel so, I actually want Jell-O. So, they're going to have this gelatin with my supper. After my supper. And I got videos about how I make it. But, some electrolyte gelatin. And half of my steak. Fried that up. Skillet fried it. All right, well, okay, I will see you all later. I had to get that piece swallowed. I'm going to go and watch some of y'all's channels and some of your videos. So if you have a YouTube channel, put it down in the comments, please. Bye.